So I saw the new Fantastic Four movie, and it is okay. I'm gonna say that the Superman movie is better than the Fantastic Four movie and far more accurate and entertaining than this Fantastic Four movie. That being said, it's not a bad Fantastic Four movie. It's not a bad movie. It's just okay, cause it missed a little bit of the marks. I'm gonna tell you what I don't like first before I do like, and there might be some spoilers, but I don't like Johnny Storm's character. Because Johnny Storm's character is supposed to be this, he's supposed to be this fuckboy, He's the hot one, the sexy guy, the sex flame on, he's supposed to have that bravado, that sexiness, that charm, the ladies, And you don't get it with this Johnny Storm. This Johnny Storm is like very beta, for a word for it. Just like, I'm not saying he's a realistic character. I'm just saying like they make him more of a nerd, which isn't bad because Johnny Storm isn't a complete idiot. He's not a stupid character, but he isn't the best character by moral standards and stuff. But that being said, I did like that this Johnny Storm fucking airplane. I did like that this Johnny Storm is nerdy though a little bit, but they didn't make him at least a sexy nerd. Like, oh, he's not just a hot guy. He has a brain, but they didn't make him like the fuckboy he is in the comics. He didn't make him like have that charm and shit. You just see him and just like, okay, cool. I don't like Reed Richards' character much. He seems to be like, I know that like the guy is known for explaining a lot and talking a lot and like stuff like that, but at this point it's not that. It's more like this Reed Richards has a lot of self-doubt and stuff. I'm not sure if that's something Reed Richards is known for, is self-doubting his decisions and his logic. Sue Storm isn't very bad, but isn't very good either. Because, they say she's all girl boss in other reviews and other comments I've seen. I haven't seen the reviews, I just seen a lot of comments and a lot of little, tweets here and there and posts about, oh, like, she's girl boss and stuff. I don't get that she's a girl boss. It's more like she's sometimes like a vice captain, and sometimes when the captain is like kind of like fucking having a nervous breakdown, she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna take she's in charge kind of thing. So it's not really she's a girl boss. It's more like she's like second in command, and just when the guy who's supposed to be in charge is kind of like thinking too much and shit, she's just like, okay guys, like, let's focus and shit. She's not a strong Susan Storm, because I think this is one thing I don't like. They nerfed Galactus. They nerfed the fuck out of Galactus. I mean, I get that they had to make him smaller than he usually is for like CGI and effects and just for story and shit and plot and stuff, but like in reality, Galactus would have no problem getting that fucking baby. He would teleport to that city, snatch that baby, fucking swipe the Fantastic Four, and then be like, deuces. This fucking Galactus, I like the design of fucking Galactus. Okay, Galactus' fucking design is amazing. Alright, it's cool, it's sick. The way his eyes are purple and then it turns bright. Okay, that's sick. But they made him weak, dude. Like, spoiler alerts, like Susan Storm shouldn't have been able to push him that much and teleport him, because he in comics he can teleport. He can teleport. You could send him to a different dimension and he'll just come back. He can just do that. And they just think, oh, we'll just teleport him to the farthest reaches in the universe. It's gonna take them forever to get here without a ship. And maybe, I don't know, maybe this Galactus is weak. Maybe this Galactus hasn't been eating enough since why he's saying this eternal hunger and stuff. Maybe this version of Galactus is starving and is not full capacity. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But we won't know because he was just kind of just pushed in the portal. He came out wanting to come back and get the fucking baby for sure, but the Silver Surfer, spoiler, sacrifices herself and goes in. Which is, I guess, accurate to the Silver Surfer. It's just the Silver Surfer is like weak and slow. Like, the Silver Surfer in this movie had trouble keeping up with the ship that the Fantastic Four was in. I mean, the Silver Surfer is known to be one of the fastest characters, and it's having trouble beating the fucking speed of a little ship that these fucking humans made. I mean, the Silver Surfer is known to be traveling at the speed of light type shit, and it's having difficulties with this fucking little ship. Like, it just makes no sense. Like, this Silver Surfer should have been fucking getting that baby already. You know, they made this... There's not really a real threat in this movie. You don't really feel like their lives are really threatened and jeopardized. Like, yes, Galactus is gonna eat your planet, and if you don't give your baby, I will, you know, if you don't give me your baby, I'll kill your planet. You know, if you give me your baby, I'll spare you. And the reason why he wants the baby, spoiler, is because of the cosmic power that baby possesses, which they don't explain what exactly is, and they don't really show what it does. All they show you is that little part where the baby uses his powers because Susan, spoiler, when trying to shove Galactus, dies from the amount of power she has. She was using, because she doesn't have that much, I guess, stamina and power for that. And, you know, to do that, she had to use all her life. She did get pregnant, though. She did get pregnancy, though, before doing all that. So maybe the pregnancy exhausted her. Probably did. But I'm going to tell you what I like. I like the effects of this movie. The effects of the movie are amazing. The Silver Surfer looks cool. The Thing looks cool. And the actor, I think this is the best thing we had in live adaptation, because this Thing is exactly what you would think the Thing would act in real life. This is a very accurate Thing, and I like the Thing being very accurate. Ben Grimm in this movie, whoever plays Ben Grimm, I seen the actor and other things, but he played Ben Grimm very well. The voice and the character traits are very accurate. You know, his shyness, his timidness, but his kindness and everything is there. You know, his longing to be back to normal and human connection is also there, so you have some sympathy. But other than that, let's see what else I like. The graphics, Ben being Ben, very accurate. Galactus looks amazing. The costumes are cool, but the fight scene was kind of funny. All right, spoiler. When the Thing was about to hit Galactus with a crane, Galactus was just like, whoop, nope, nope, you're not doing that. He just grabs the little thing and then he just flings the thing into fucking space, and that shit was fucking hilarious. That shit was woo. The effects are amazing. Galactus looks cool, small but cool. The Thing looks amazing. The story is alright. I mean, there's no real threats. There is a threat, but you don't feel threatened. You don't feel like their lives are truly threatened. I mean, it just seems like Galactus just like, yo, I just want your fucking baby. Like, you guys are nothing to me. You know, I feel like in the comics, Galactus was just like, you know what, you guys are being really fucking annoying. Let me just fucking kill you and just get it over with. Because this Galactus, the spoiler, when Mr. Fantastic was fucking with Galactus, Galactus like grabs him and was stretching him and just like pulling him, and you know, you see him smiling, pulling him like this. And you know what? I think that was fucking hard. You know, it was like, damn, this fucking Galactus is just like stretching Reed Richards like just slowly. But I think that's what fucked him up a bit. I think he should just ripped him. For real, just fucking ripped him and fucking threw him. But obviously that would not go well for a story, because he would be basically dead. Unless the baby uses its powers to revive them. Spoiler, that's what he does for the mom. But that being said, you don't really feel threatened by Galactus or the Silver Surfer. Johnny isn't really a fuckboy, and you don't really feel like he's really a Johnny Storm. You just feel like he's just Sue's brother. Susan Storm's brother. You don't really feel like he's his own person, or really the Johnny that we wanted, or you're used to with the comics. Yeah, he's nerdy, and yeah, he has like a much more more like morally goods compass, but I still kind of wanted like a little bit of a fucking bad boy vibe, like a little fuck boy vibe, like just to make it seem like, yeah, this Johnny's Johnny, you know, it's like, you know, Johnny Storm, you know, flame on, motherfucker, you know, you don't really get that fucking hype from him, you know, because I like Johnny Storm, even though he is a fuck up and a fuck boy, I do like his use of his powers. Like, it's just like, this Johnny Storm doesn't really use his powers. He does display his powers, you just don't see him really going like super fucking hot. You see him, you know, using it, you know, to hurt Galactus, which did not do anything. I don't know, he doesn't seem like he doesn't seem like a very strong Human Torch, you know, he just seems like, I don't know, you don't feel strong from this Johnny Storm. So the movie's okay. It's okay. I mean, you don't really feel threatened. It kind of goes really fast. You know, they're on planet Earth, and then the next thing you know, they're in space, and Galactus is like, I want your kid. And they're like, fuck no, and they're dipping, and then he chases them, and then that's about it. Like, you don't really feel threatened. There wasn't really feeling like it happened really quick. I think the longest part was them deciding what to do, just in general. That's the longest. Most of this movie was about them what the fuck to do, and how, like, that's what's the longest part, was them figuring out what to do with shit. So yeah, that's my take. I think it's an okay movie. Not the best, it's not the worst. It's okay.